The Western Wall of ASD2 and Exterior Use Surfaces by Andy Roddick. Introduction. In the 2003 TAP season, José Luis Paz and Soledad Fernández discovered the first late formative structure at the site of Cala Uyuni, ASD2. By the end of the 2003 excavations, it appeared that ASD2 was a U-shaped structure extending east-west, with an entrance opening to the west. This structure measures approximately 3.5 meters by 2.8 meters, with the foundation walls measuring between 80 centimeters and 1 meter thick. The excavations revealed walls constructed with river cobbles filled with smaller stones, gravels, and clay, with a particularly distinctive yellow clay mortaring material. Inside the structure, the excavators found a thick, around 3 centimeters, yellow clay floor, mostly clean of artifacts, which returned a 1 sigma date of AD 20 to 220, well within the first late formative period in local phasing. In the 2005 season, this area was reopened, and another structure, ASD4, was defined. However, these excavations also accidentally revealed an area further west. While the backfill of ASD2 was being removed, an over-eager workman excavated through a good portion of unexcavated matrix. Our excavations of this area, as a contribution to the larger efforts on the longer north-south trench, aim to clean up this area, to systematically excavate the western part of the trench not damaged in 2005, and to better understand the spaces directly to the west of ASD2. As such, in our excavations, we contributed to the long 2-meter trench, opened a 4 by 3 meter area to the west, and worked with Maria Bruno and Christopher Grant to try and connect the area to the west of ASD2. Our findings from the smaller east-west trench are discussed in Bruno and Roddick's chapter. Unit N894 E650/N890E650. Initially, this unit was set up to clean up from the accident from 2005. Our goal was to level the west part of the trench down to the previously excavated level as that excavated by José Luis Paz and Soledad Fernández. The first loci in this area were opened by Maria Bruno, Eduardo Machicado, and José Capriles while looking for the previous units, loci 9003 and 9004. Once we began excavations, we worked in collaboration with Maria Bruno and Christopher Grant to the north, and Eduardo Machicado and José Capriles to the south. We elected to initially keep 1 meter bulk to the south, from N890E650 southwards, and excavated parts of our trench by way of subsections to maintain good stratigraphic control. The discussion of the excavation of this and the following unit will proceed from the upper levels downward. The first deposits we encountered in the central and southern part of the unit were fairly homogeneous. We excavated 2 events common across much of the site. First, we encountered the erosional deposit with Tiwanaku materials, which is common across the entire site. We then encountered the rather mixed Tiwanaku occupation zone, which in some cases is rather dense in materials. In the non-disturbed parts of the trench, we found the thick yellow clay deposit first encountered in 2003 and discussed in further detail below. However, associated with B8, we encountered the pit of B344 and its associated pit fill of B345 in the southwestern section of the unit. This most recent pit is associated with the area that we first maintained as a bulk in the southernmost sections of the unit. This pit, like many in these excavations, lacked clear boundaries, and it was only after excavating this area that we recognized that the cut started much higher than we initially believed. Moreover, we had great difficulty in defining this pit in the unit to the south, excavated by Machicado and Capriles. The diffuse boundary of this pit means that interpretation of the surrounding deposits, and those directly below, should be interpreted with caution. Beneath this pit was the corner of ASD2 that appears to have also been damaged by this later pit.